What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And in today's video, the hype for Avengers Doomsday is very much real. In today's video, we have sudden full 5-act plot leak that we are going to break down, talk about. Maybe this could be right, maybe this could be wrong. We shall see here. We'll talk about this at the end. We'll kind of go over everything, and then, of course, at the end, talk about what parts of it could be right and what parts of it couldn't be right about Avengers Doomsday. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Side note, if you hear anything in the background, that's because we're doing some type of project here at home, so that's kind of where the weird noise is coming from, if you guys do in fact hear anything. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know about that situation, and without further ado, let us go ahead and talk about this Avengers Doomsday plot leak. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start by addressing this AI teaser trailer that has been going around the internet these past 24 hours because it has been all over the place. I don't think that trailer's obviously not real, and it's AI, right? Everybody knows that it's AI, but I will say the person who created it it looked very real, and yeah, AI has gotten crazy recently, so take everything that doesn't come, again, directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt, but sometimes it has been these leaks in the past that has gotten things right. So again, take everything that doesn't come from Marvel with a grain of salt. If this is going to somehow ruin your Avengers Doomsday experience, I am mad at you, but you might want to come back now. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop into this Avengers Doomsday plot leak. So, this is coming from Majestic over on Twitter. It's a full plot leak breakdown. We're going to go over it. Act 1 is the arrival. There's 5 acts to it. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop in. So, Act 1, The Spark. Following the end of the Fantastic Four First Steps, Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four flee their dying universe and crash land in Earth 616, the main MCU timeline. The threat. They warn the Avengers that an incursion is happening. Universes are colliding and only one can survive. Act 2 is Civil War 2, Avengers vs. X-Men. The conflict. Doom allegedly manipulates the situation, tricking the Avengers and the X-Men from a neighboring dying universe into believing they must destroy the other side to save their own world. Key battle. This leads to the massive Avengers vs. X-Men fight we have been waiting for. So, side note right there, Doom obviously kind of telling the Fantastic Four, hey, your universe is dying. Maybe there's some anchor being that died in the universe because we got introduced to the side, of course, anchor beings in Deadpool Wolverine. Maybe somebody major has died. Maybe it was like a villain that they killed or something like that. I don't know. But to see that the Fantastic Four's universe is dying, even though they did stop Galactus, is absolutely crazy in Avengers Doomsday. And that, again, leads to Civil War, or Civil War 2 between the Avengers versus X-Men, and I actually think that the Fantastic Four are going to be on the side of the X-Men if that does happen, and if Doctor Doom kind of tells everybody what's happening, and the X-Men believe that, and I think that the Fantastic Four are going to be on their side versus on the main MCU 616 timeline, just because, again, they don't really know anybody, and if they could totally see somebody from the Fantastic Four and be like, hey, you look like me, so I'm going to side with you or something like that. Maybe that's when we get a cameo, and that could totally happen in Avengers Doomsday. So, again, kind of makes sense, but again, take everything that doesn't directly come from Marvel with a grain of salt. Let us go ahead and talk about Act 3, which is the TVA intervene. The twist. The TVA from Loki gets involved to stop the timeline collapse. Loki's role. Rumors suggest Loki, God of Stories, might be the only one who sees through Doom's manipulation, leading to a massive battle across timelines, which, again, yes, before the MCU started, King did introduce kind of the whole multiversal war, and we may end up seeing another ramification of the multiversal war, right? We may see these timelines collide with each other, like Tobey Maguire, Ghost Rider, all of that stuff, and it could very well be true. So, again, I like the Act number 3. Act number 3 seems really cool, and I can't wait to see if it comes true or not in Avengers Doomsday. Moving on to Act 4, which is the Army of Doom. The tech. Doom unleashes his full power using a combination of Doom bots and Stark tech. The Sentinels come into play here. In a shocking twist, leaks claim Doom takes control of the X-Men Sentinels, giant mutant hunting robots, and turns them against the heroes. So that, I think, right there is kind of showing how powerful the Sentinels are. I don't know if the Sentinels are going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I would like to think that they are going to be there. Maybe they attack the X-Men due to Doom's ruling, and that could come into play. And then Doom shows up with the Fantastic Four and says, "Hey, universes are colliding. We kind of needed to take down your universe." And then the X-Men kind of figure out that Doom's the bad guy or something like that after the fight of the Avengers, where Doom tells the Avengers first that their world is colliding and that they need to go with him. And that's kind of where we get Shuri and the Fantastic Four all together heading to the X-Men timeline after that. It's all a mess, but hopefully it'll make sense there at the end when the movie actually releases. And then here is Act 5, of course, the end of the world, the climax. The heroes finally stop fighting each other and team up. The Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and villains to take down Doom. The ending. They fail. The leak suggests the movie ends with the destruction of the multiverse, allowing Doom to piece together the scraps into Battleworld, setting the stage directly for Avengers Secret Wars. So, there you have it. That's kind of the summary of the 5 acts there from the leak. I'm not going to go into total detail on all 5 leaked acts because some of it says, hey, there's a cameo here, there's a cameo there, right? Obviously, there can be a cameo anywhere. But this does kind of seemingly wrap up Avengers Doomsday very well. And again, I know the runtime, the rumored runtime is going to be 3 hours and 45 minutes, which is kind of pushing an intermission if you go 4 hours and 15 minutes. But there's a lot to talk about at Avengers Doomsday, right? You're going to have the X-Men fighting the Fantastic Four. We already know that that's kind of confirmed for Avengers Doomsday. We have the return of Chris Evans, who may join Doctor Doom's team there and may kind of take on the Avengers, I guess you would say there. And yeah, I don't know. This plot leak does sound absolutely insane. Again, it's Avengers Doomsday, so literally anything can happen. But I do think that, again, at the end, Battleworld's going to come into play here, which is where he's going to wipe everyone's memories. Doctor Strange is going to help him. We saw it in the leaked concept art. And again, this Avengers Doomsday, the hype is real, guys. This is a alleged leak of the five acts that are going to be in the film, and I would not be shocked in the slightest if even a little bit of this is actually true because of the Fantastic Four returning. The X-Men are returning. The original X-Men are returning as well. So lots of stuff happening in Avengers Doomsday. I cannot wait for it. And that's a whole lot to take in right there. But you guys let me know your thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday plot leak in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, turn that bell on as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. We know it leads to Battleworld. We know it leads to Doom kind of wiping everybody's memories out at the end. It's just how do we get to that point is kind of the question in Avengers Doomsday. So that's kind of going to be the mystery surrounding the film, and I cannot wait for it. But like I said, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. Let me know what you thought about this Avengers Doomsday plot leak in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.